In today's video, I'm going to give you 12 recession-proof money hacks that can keep your game on point no matter what the market does. What's up everyone, Sam Martin here. If you don't know me, I'm the guy who went from being an awkward homeschool farm boy to making over $364,000 a year without a college degree or starting a business. And now I run a company called winnercircletraining.com where we teach people how to level up their skills, how to make more money, and how to build financial freedom through sales. In today's video, I'm going to give you 12 recession-proof money hacks that can keep your game on point no matter what the market does. So let's dive in. Money hack number 1 is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. And this is actually a quote by Warren Buffett. It is so true, and that's why it is number 1 on the list. Whenever it is where it seems like everything is crazy and things are burning down and things are blowing up and things are terrible, whatever, that is the absolute best time to buy. And that is the absolute best time to move forward and push and make things happen. Be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Money hack number 2, understanding that markets will always be moving. There will always be ups and there will always be downs. If you watch the news when they talk about markets declining or crashing or whatever's going on, you would think that it's like the end of the world, everybody's gonna die, things are just over. And reality is, you look at the US history, the longest depression was roughly 10 years. And most market pullbacks, most market declines are only a few years. That's not even as long as most people waste on a 4-year college degree sitting around getting in debt and drinking beer. So even if that sounds like a long time to you, things will change, things will turn around, things will come back. And what you want to be focused on is what's the season right now? What's my strategy to make the best of what I can for the resources that I have and the opportunities that are out there? And then understanding that even if it's not the best, because I wasn't prepared or whatever, things are going to change. A couple years, things are going to look totally different. You don't want to stay in that hole of like worrying about, doomsday and everything's going to burn down. Money hack number 3, whatever your emotion is telling you to do, you should probably do the opposite. Now, when it comes to investing, when it comes to assets, a lot of times when things are going really good, the price is going up and you're like, dang, like I wish I would have bought more. This is going up like crazy. And when things are going really bad, it's dropping. You're like, oh, I should sell it. I'm going to lose all my money, whatever. Whatever your emotion is telling you to do, that's probably the opposite of what you should do. Because when things are dropping like crazy, that's like the time to hold on, right? When things are going up like crazy and it's like ridiculous gains overnight, whatever, that's probably the time to actually be selling. Again, I would much rather you just dollar cost average, put your money with a professional management company or something like that, because timing the market is just not a good strategy if you are not a professional investor. But if you are trying to invest in any way, make sure you follow that rule, because if you're seeing everything go up and you're like, man, I missed the boat, I should put more in, whatever, and you do that, it's probably about to turn around and crash. Number 4 money hack is expand when everyone else is in hiding. Just understand that if the environment is tough, everybody else is dealing with the same tough environment, and everyone else is seeing the same negative news headlines and everything else, and everybody's scared. When everybody else is hiding is the absolute best time for you to go and expand and make deals and make things happen. Now, obviously you need to be careful. You need to make sure you know what you're doing or that you have some kind of contingencies in place, but like that's when it's the time to move and shake and get things done. Money hack number 5, avoid the news like the plague. What does the news have to do with making money, Sam? Well, I will tell you what the news has to do with making money. And the news is a media company that is paid on views and clicks. The human mind is triggered way more by negative things than they are positive things. And it's more stimulating to hear big, mean, ugly, scary headlines. So that's what the news is feeding off of. And if you're watching those headlines and if you're programming that into your subconscious and all you're focusing on is the negative, the downside, and you're contracting, you're getting scared, you're not making moves, you're just sitting around waiting to see what's going to happen, you're not going to make money. You're not going to make moves. You're not going to make things happen. You want to avoid the news. You can stay informed, check the markets once a month if you want. But other than that, like don't be watching the headlines daily. Don't let that BS scare you into not achieving your goals and not taking action. Number 6, don't take money advice from poor people. Now that might sound kind of ridiculous and kind of obvious, but a lot of people actually do this. And a lot of people take advice from mom or dad or Uncle Billy just because they're family or just because they're there and they tell them what to do with their money, and it's terrible advice because they don't even have any money to begin with. Also, don't take money advice from people who have less money than you want to have, right? If someone has been in their career for 20 years, they have a lifestyle and a path and a plan that you aren't really that thrilled about, even if they're ahead of you, even if they're, more well off than you, it still probably isn't great advice to take if they don't have the amount of money that you want to make. Get it? Got it? Good. Money hack number 7, never lose your abundance mentality. And this is kind of the opposite of what we talked about with avoiding the news, but you actually want to go on the offense and feed your mind the positivity that you want to have. You want to feed your mind the correct thinking, the correct insights, coaching, resources, podcasts, books, whatever it is, to keep you focused on the abundance, to help you realize how much wealth and opportunity is still out out there, no matter how bad or crazy the market conditions get. And also it helps you stay focused on the fundamentals and the day-to-day of what you need to do to achieve your goals, rather than getting caught up and distracted by all the fluff, all the craziness, all the hype and hoopla that's going on. Number 8, it's always easier to buy than it is to sell. When you go to buy stocks or buy real estate or whatever, when you have the money, it's easier to negotiate, it's easier to buy because you're the buyer. You want to slow down on your buying, and you want to make sure you have the right positioning, the right negotiation if you go to sell, because as soon as you buy, then you have the asset, and comes time and you need to liquidate it and the market's not wanting to buy, then you might have to take a bite on that price, and that's not going to be good. So slow down when you're buying and make sure you have good strategy when it comes to selling. Number 9, money flows to the person who pays it the most attention, right? Now, if you don't know what's happening with your money, if you don't know what money's coming in, if you don't know what money's going out, you are not going to attract and stack money. Money is always circulating. There's always money in flow. People are making money, people are spending money, there's all this money flowing all the time. People are buying cars, they're buying houses. Deals are always happening. Whenever you get paid from your job, somebody had to pay the company, right? Somebody had to buy the product or service that the company provided, and that company had to buy services and products and things, and they're always flowing around. But whoever is diligent, whoever's a good steward of the money and pays attention to it, is going to have that money stick to them. If you always feel like things are always happening, I'm making money, you know, and it's just flowing in and flowing out, probably a sign that you are not paying attention to the money like you should. Number 10 is keep a buffer. When it comes to your savings, when it comes to your monthly expenses and income, when it comes to your business strategy, whatever it is, you always want to keep a buffer, especially in times where the market is volatile. Things are crazy, things are going up and down, whatever. There's more movement than normal. Things can change rapidly because people are crazy and emotional sometimes. You want to keep a buffer so that if things change or shift on a dime, you're in a good spot, right? And you're not going to die, you're not going to run out of food, whatever. That's what you want to protect against, right? You don't want to die. That would be bad. Rule number 1, don't die. No, I'm just kidding. But like kind of obvious, but most people, they don't even have like a baseline buffer that they can use if things go bad. And then things go bad and they get in a situation that's not great. Hack number 11 is do less things better. Let me say that again. Do less things better. The reality is when you are doing tons of things and you're running around trying to do this business and that business and the side hustle, and you're doing this class over here and you're doing this extracurricular thing and this and that, you have all this stuff, you can't focus, you can't actually put all your energy into one thing. And when your energy and your attention and your focus is spread thin, your results will be minuscule or average at best. You don't want to have a ton of like little mediocre, crappy results in a whole bunch of different things. You want to have big, massive, successful results in 1 or 2 specific things. So constrain your focus, hone it in, bring it down, get rid of the extra fluff stuff that you don't need, and do better at less things. This leads me to the final money hack, which is number 12, and that is control the money. Earlier, we talked about paying attention to the money, but when you can actually control the money, that is much better. So if you're doing a deal, if you're negotiating terms, you want to always get paid first, and you always want to be able to pay your vendors or your suppliers or whatever it is last. And ideally, you want to control the money flow. If you're making money, you want to get the money first so that you can handle where the money goes, who gets it, what the percentage breakdown is, whatever. You always want to be able to control the money flow. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you got a ton of value from these 12 recession-proof money hacks. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what'd you like, what'd you hate, what did you disagree with, or what are some extra ones that you would add in there to protect against your money game as the market's going up and down and absolutely crazy sometimes. So that's it for this video, guys. As always, remember, don't just listen, implement. We'll see you guys on the next one.